Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us for this segment, we have Matt Paulson, founder of MarketBeat, a platform that empowers individual investors to make better trading decisions by providing real-time financial data and objective market analysis. Matt joins us to discuss the rise of ESG investing for retail investors. Matt, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Yes, thank you for having me on. It's a very interesting topic, and I think investors are more and more, concerned about what companies are doing in addition to the returns that they create for their investors.
What are some unique tools that MarketBeat has to offer to individual investors?
Absolutely. So we've recently partnered with the Upright Project in Nasdaq to create what we call the net impact score, and that tells what kind of impact every publicly traded company has on things like contributions to society, the creation of new knowledge, health and well-being, and the environment, certainly including greenhouse gas emissions.
How can investors use MarketBeat to evaluate companies based on ESG ratings?
Sure. So a couple ways to do it. We can go to MarketBeat, type in a company, and then on our profile pages, there's a sustainability tab that has kind of a full breakdown of how each company makes a positive and negative impact, both on the environment, but also other kind of social outcomes like employment and health and all those things. The other way that people can do it is we have a tool that shows kind of which companies are, say, if you're looking for a company that has, negative greenhouse gas emissions or the equivalent of that from carbon offsets and stuff like that, we have a tool that lets people screen for specific criteria like that.
Which public companies currently have the highest ESG scores?
That is a great question. I should have pulled that up a little bit earlier.
Is it largely specific sectors or a group of companies or vertical that it seems to consistently have higher ESG scores?
Yeah, so certainly the healthcare companies, a couple that come up consistently high. One is Acadia Healthcare, ACHC. Another one is Addus Home Care, ADUS, and then Encompass Health, EHC are kind of the three healthcare companies that are at the top of the list right now.
How can users use MarketBeat to track social media sentiment?
Absolutely. So as you're aware, market is driven by sentiment as much as by anything else right now. So we have developed a tool that will scan Reddit and see what companies are being mentioned in new posts on places like Wall Street Bets and Superstock and kind of all the forums there. So, if you're wondering what that crowd of people are talking about today without, having to go through all those posts, we have a tool that will kind of show which stocks are trending on Reddit, today, and you can kind of see where that activity and sentiment is sitting at.
And I understand MarketBeat is located in South Dakota, and I also understand that there's really an emerging fintech startup community in South Dakota. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, that's correct. So in the 1970s, South Dakota eliminated two jury laws, which caused a whole bunch of banks to move here. So in its metro of 250,000 people, I believe there's between 60 and 70 chartered banks. And so we have a ton of banking employees, a ton of banking technology employees just outside our window. They're building a new fintech kind of finance building that we are going to be moving our office into, along with companies like the Bancorp, who's publicly traded, and some others as well.
All right, Matt, appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.